I know what the caged bird feels like. When the sun is bright on the upland slopes, when the wind stirs soft through the springing grass and the river flows like a stream of glass, when the first bird sings and the first bud opes and the faint perfume from its chalice steals, I know what the caged bird feels. I know why the caged bird beats its wing till its blood is red on the cruel bars, for he must fly back to his perch and cling when he fain would be on the bough swinging, and pain still throbs in the old scars, and they pulse again with a keener sting. I know why he beats his wing. I know why the caged bird sings, ah me, when his wing is bruised and his bosom sore. When he beats his bars and he would be free, it is not a carol of joy or glee, but a prayer that he sends from his heart's deep core, that a plea to upward to heaven. I know why the caged bird sings.
Wait, what?
Songs that made our hearts sing. They said our love didn't matter. That slaves didn't long to be with the man or woman that put smiles on their faces and joy in their hearts. To be with family and children. Slaveholders said we weren't fully human, thus we couldn't fully feel. But they were wrong. My people loved just as much, showed as much affection, dreamed of living as man and wife and as family as much as any white man. Maybe even more. For our fate was not in our hands. Our loved ones could be sold, abducted, abused, and we could do nothing or very little to cease the disrespect. My people tell of the courtship and courtesies that often preceded marriage. Those were special times in the slave community for those in love. Young girls smiled more, moved with gaiety, were extra mindful of their appearance. Young men bought gifts, dressed in their best, would give up vices such as chewing and smoking tobacco when their beloved was near. When smitten by beauty or charm of another, black men and women changed their ways.
Oh, I ain't gonna stay much longer. I'm gonna pack my bundle and go. 'Cause way over yonder in a guinea blue gown, there's a lady I want to know. Oh, get ready in the morning. I'm going away to my baby in the guinea blue gown. Negro love song. I seen my lady home last night. Before I do this, I need y'all to say, jump back. Honey, jump back. Y'all say jump back. And this is the Paul Laurence Dunbar.
Yes.
Y'all, I don't like that. Y'all say jump back, honey, jump back. All right. Yes. I seen my lady home last night.
Jump back, honey, jump back.
I held her hand and squeezed it tight.
Jump back, honey, jump back.
Seen her, heard her sigh, a little sigh. Seen a light gleam in her eye, and a smile go flitting by.
Jump back, honey, jump back.
Heard the wind blow through the pine.
Jump back, honey, jump back.
Mockingbirds was singing fine.
Jump back, honey, jump back.
But my heart was beating so when I reached my lady's door that I couldn't help to go.
Jump back, lady, jump back.
Put my arm around her waist.
Jump back, honey, jump back.
Raised her lips and took a taste.
Jump back, honey, jump back.
Loves me, honey. Loves me true. loves me well as I loves you? And she answered,
Of course I do.
Jump back, honey, jump back.
and we're going to do 2 other poems by Paul Laurence Dunbar.
We're going to intermingle the 2 poems. My poem is When They Listed Colored Soldiers by Paul Laurence Dunbar. They was talking in the cabin. They was talking in the hall. But I listened kind of careless, not a thinking about it all. And on Sunday too, I noticed they was whispering mighty much, standing all around the roadside when they let us out of church. But I didn't think about it till the middle of the week, and my lies come to see me, and somehow he couldn't speak. Then I see all in a minute what he come to see me for. They had listed colored soldiers, and my lies crying to walk. Oh, I hugged him, and I kissed him, and I begged him not to go. But he told me that his conscience, it was a calling to him so, and he couldn't bear to linger when he had a chance to fight for the freedom they had given him and the glory of the right. So he kissed me, and then he left me when I promised to be true. And they put a knapsack on him and a coat all colored blue. So I given him Pap's old Bible from the bottom of the drawer when they listed colored soldiers. My lives went to war. But I thought of all the weary miles that he would have to tramp, and I couldn't be contented when they took him to the camp. Why, my heart near broke with grieving till I seed him on the street. Then I felt like I could go and throw my body at his feet, for his buttons was a-shining, and his face was shining too, and he looked so strong and mighty in his coat, old soldier blue, that I hollered, "Step up, Manny," though my throat was soaked and raw when they listed colored soldiers, and my life went to war.
The muse was mine attempted, and my feeble voice was strong. If my tongue was trained to measure, I would sing a stirring song. I would sing a song triumphant of us noble sons of Ham, of us gallant colored soldiers who fought for Uncle Sam. In the early days, they scorned us with many a flippin' flout, said, "These here battles are the white man's, and the white will fight them out." Well, up the hills, they fought and faltered. In the valleys, they strove and bled, while their ears still heard the thunder of their foes' advancing thread. Then distress fell on the nation, and the flag was drooping low. Should the dust pollute its banner? No! The nation shouted no. So when war and savage triumph spread abroad its funeral pall, then they called us colored soldiers. And we answered to the call. So like hounds unleashed and eager for the lifeblood of their prey, sprung us forth and bore us bravely in the thickest of the fray, where the battles were the hottest and the bullets fastest fell. There we pressed unblanched and fearless, even at the mouth of hell. We rallied to the standards to uphold it by our might. None was stronger in their labor, none was braver in the fight. From the